do we understand where our ego stands right now? Or how do we catch the ego on the act?
How you what?
How we can catch the ego on the act?
Catch the ego on the act. Okay. Especially when you are just entering. Simple question that you can ask yourself is, you ask yourself this question first. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Is it pleasing to Allah? Or is it pleasing to myself, my ego? You understand? Simple question. In whatever that you're doing, you're sitting down, you notice. Because tariqat is for people who will notice, who will observe, who will watch themselves. You understand? Tariqat is for people who are meditating. Meditation means you become very, not meditation, Buddha style meditation, but meditation, tafakkur, understanding where you are. What is it that you're doing? What you have done before? What do you want to do? So thinking. Think. As the Quran is saying, think. Why don't you think? We have created you to think. And Allah is praising, His Prophet is praising people who think. There is a way to think. There is a way to think. Shaitan thinks also. The angels also think. Munafiqs also think. Unbelievers also think. Prophets also think. You understand? The friends of Allah, they also think. Now, which way you want to think? This is when you enter into tariqat, you make up your mind, you commit. It's just like a marriage, you commit. How are you going to think? Now you're going to think. You have a guide. You're going to try to think as much as you can according to the guide. Why according to the guide? Because he's representing the Prophet. Why is that necessary? Because Prophet leads us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So now you're going to ask yourself, simple question. If you're sitting down, I'm sitting down like this. Is this pleasing to Allah? And I said, it's okay. What do you mean it's okay? Is it pleasing to Allah? Because there's a way to sit according to how the prophets and the saints they sit. Simple example. And there's a way that you sit that is according to your ego or according to unbelievers. For example, in Islam, it is against the sunnat for men to sit like this. The way that you're sitting like that is one of the sunnats way of sitting down too, especially when you're eating. When you're eating, that is eating on the floor. You understand? So now you become very observant for simple things that you do, whether it is sunnat or it's not sunnat. Why it's important to be sunnat? Because Allah loves the Prophet ﷺ. So what if I don't do? It's just sunnat. Allah is not going to love you too much. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is saying, what can I do for you? Allah asking him, what have you done for me? And he's saying, I've done fasting, prayer, hajj, zakat, this, that. I said, all that is for you. Allah is saying, all of that worshipping, it is for you. It benefits you. What have you done for me? Allah is saying. Musa alayhi salam didn't know how to answer. Musa alayhi salam representing what? Shariat. But these stories also, they're spiritual stories. You understand? It's nothing to do with Sharia. It's to do with tariqat, tasawwuf. And Allah is saying, love those whom I love. Then hate those whom I hate. Leave those whom I leave. So just by loving whom Allah loves, that time you're doing something for the sake of Allah, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who does Allah love most? Holy Prophet ﷺ. Finish. And protecting the sunnat, this is what Ahli Sunnat means. We're protecting the sunnat. It's not just imitating the sunnat, but protecting it against different ideas, against different beliefs, against different, for 1,400 years, different things come all the time. But the Ahli Sunnat says, no, we have to protect the Prophet's sunnat. We're keeping it, we're not going to change it. Until these times. Yeah. So you keep the sunnah, then you're going to slowly, you're going to start doing things that's only pleasing to Allah, because pleasing to your Lord makes you feel pleased too, because that is the reason of your creation. And slowly from the actions, to your words, to your thoughts, then you're going to start finding, how am I going to learn this better, easier? And when you take a guide, then you're going to look and you're going to learn and you're going to copy. You understand? And what happens then? You're becoming more aware of where you are. What is your ego? Because the ego doesn't want this. Your ego, even if it wants to do things, it wants to do things by itself. It wants to be different. And Allah created everyone different. We don't have to try to be different. We are different. We are not only different, we are singular. There's only one of you ever in creation, before and after. So how are you going to catch your ego? You observe yourself and you ask, is this for my ego or is this for Allah's sake? You're eating. Eating, it is an animal characteristic. You understand? If you eat with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, then you're not eating in heedlessness, you're not eating in ghaflat, you're not eating just for the benefit of eating. You catch yourself, you say, Bismillah, I must remember my Allah. I must give thanks to my Allah. Then that time, not only standing, sitting and lying down, you're remembering Allah. Eating, you're remembering Allah. Drinking, you're remembering Allah. Talking to people, you're remembering Allah. Doing anything in remembrance of Allah, then that action becomes a zikr, don't you know? Prophet ﷺ says dua for every occasion, everything. He's already showing everything that he does. He is connecting himself. He's speaking to his Lord. He's asking from his Lord. So that's how you're going to build now your heart. You're cleaning it, it gets bigger. It starts to feel more. Then, at that time, everywhere you turn, you're going to see the favors of your Lord. It may take time, but people who are looking and searching, once they see something there that they've been searching, immediately they hold on to it and then they take it. And certain things may happen to you because the veils of your heart very quickly, it's going to start opening up because you've been thirsty all this time and suddenly you get the water, it starts growing. You may go through different stages also where there's nothing that is happening. That is also necessary. You understand? So now you're going to question yourself. Why am I doing this? Why am I wearing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I sitting right? You start to ask yourself, why? Same question they're going to ask you on Judgment Day. Same. But you're going to ask yourself now. And that's the time in Judgment Day they're not going to ask you. You already asked yourself. You make mistakes. You may be in ghaflat. You catch yourself now. Nobody needs to tell you nothing. You catch yourself. Astaghfirullah. Forgive me, Ya Rabbi. You say Astaghfirullah and you continue. Good things happening to you, say Alhamdulillah. You understand? And you're going to look for reasons and secrets why certain things are happening. So, you will learn, inshallah. You will learn. Whatever that we're trying to do here, we're trying to do through the way of the Prophet and the way of the friends of Allah. We are catching ourselves. Our ego wants to do something, we're going to do something else. So, slowly, inshallah Rahman. The more you are in sohbat, the more you'll be able to do that. Okay.